Hey, what's going on, guys? My name is Diane. I'm with Invoke Music IMVK. Today's video, if you're using Reasons and you're using the machine, I'm going to show you how to route your sounds out of the machine and into Reasons. We're going to route them out onto individual channels, and we're also going to route them as audio and not MIDI. We're going to do all of this in your machine. Does not need to be in MIDI mode. So without further ado, let's get started. The first thing you need to do is go ahead and open up Maschine as a VST instrument in your Reason software. Once you've done that, let's go ahead and open up the software for the machine and select the kit. Once you've selected a kit and the kit that has the sounds that you want to write out, let's start routing. For instance, I want to write out the kick, the snare, the hi-hat, and the tambo. That's 4 sounds. So I'm going to select the kit, go to Sounds, Output Group, and I'm going to assign that to extension 1. Snare, Sound, Output Group, extension 2. Hi-hat, Sounds, Output Group 3. And tambo, Sounds, Output Group 4. Now I'm going to go over to Reasons and bring it into Reasons. I need to assign 4 mix channels. 1, 2, 3, 4. The first one, when you set up the VST, will automatically route. So in this case, I only need to add 3 more. But in actuality, when I do the routing, it'll be 4 more. I have 4 mixed channels. Let me go ahead and flip the rack. As I told you, the first one will route automatically, and that'll be 1 and 2. We now need to route 3 and 4, 5 and 6, 7 and 8. Under this drop-down CV programmer, you'll find the additional routing. So let's go ahead and route. This is 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. I can flip the rack, I can close it up, and now on my machine, when I hit the individual sounds, each one of them should be on separate tracks. Nice. I'm going to go ahead and create a crazy little beat, nothing spectacular, just to get something set up for us. Cool. As you can see, each one, the kick, the snare, the hi-hat, the tambo, are all landing on individual tracks. But the problem with this is, even though my machine is playing, it's sort of like virtual, sort of like an aux track. You do not see any of the recording in the actual sequencer. So nothing has been brought into Reasons that I've actually committed to the print of the audio. And that's what we're going to set up next. This will be a good time to go ahead and name your individual channels so things don't get too out of hand and too crazy. In order to bring the audio into Reasons, I now need to tell the mix channel anything, any audio that hits this channel, I want to use that as my recording source. How do I do that? Select this record source button right here. When it turns blue, the track is ready, armed, available to accept that as your audio source. Now I need to create 4 audio channels because I want to bring in that sound as audio. Let me go ahead and color these just so things don't get too crazy for me. Now I need to tell my audio input where I need to get the sound from and what I want the input to be. You can use mono where you'll have your left and right, or you can use stereo, in this case, which I'll be using, will just give you the item that you can select on. So I'm going to assign each one of these to to stereo, snare, to stereo, hi-hat, stereo, tambo. And so now each one of my audio tracks are set up to accept the sound that's coming from the mix channel. The next thing I need to do is go ahead and arm in my sequencer each one of the tracks where the audio would be recorded. So this little beat I made, when I hit record, you will see that it's being recorded here in the sequencer. So let's go ahead and do that. Nice. So now I've brought in the audio, I've committed to that, it's printed, and I no longer need the machine because I now have the audio in Reasons. And this is where I can add different effects. I can add my favorite plugin. I can do so many things now since I have the audio in my session. One of the things, if you are someone who likes to actually play the drums and capture the audio when you're in the moment, like let's go ahead and do that. I'm going to clear the beat that I just made. I'm going to live in the moment. I'm just going to play this live. And the way that your system is now set up, the way that Reason has now been set up, your template, when you play, you're committing to this software. So the only thing you will have to do, if you add more sounds, you'll have to go into the machine, write out those individual sounds, add additional mix channels if you have more than the 4 that I have, add some more audio channels if you have more than I have, and you can actually just make this a regular template that you use all the time. So before I end this video, I'm going to go ahead and create a little beat that we're going to capture live. One thing I will say to you, if you're going to be playing live, I would suggest cutting off your metronome in your machine. You can do that by File, Preference, and under metronome, General Metronome, you can enable or disable it. If you do not, the click sound will be in the audio that you're recording. You can use the recording, your click track, or the metronome in your DAW to keep you on task. In Reasons, that's clicking here or hitting the C key. So now that we have all that set up, all of our settings are here, let's go ahead and play something. I'm going to arm my machine and I'm going to start playing. Guys, I know that was a crazy beat, but if this video has been any help to you, go ahead and give me a thumbs up. If you'd like to see more videos that I will be posting, little tricks, tips, things that I've learned, go ahead and subscribe to my page. Again, my name is Diane. I'm with Invoke Music, IMVK. Invoke your own creativity. Thank you for watching, and I'll